So I've started a new project where I created a virtual world using graphics API so that I could do some kind of simulation on AI agent. So as you can see on the screen, this green rectangle meant to be a floor, and this white cube that is rotating is the AI agent. And if I use arrow keys, I could move the camera. So this is what I've done so far. It's pretty trivial, seems boring, but it wasn't that easy. Like, it wasn't that hard, but yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've done. So this is where I could simulate my AI agent. I've been working on transformer model, but I don't know, while I was working, it got me thinking, is predicting next tokens enough for future AI? So I don't know, I thought it needs some kind of simulation. I may go back to just working on transformer model, but yeah. So let me walk you through the code. So I'm using DirectX 11, not 12, because it's pretty complex for me. I mean, I have experience with graphics APIs like OpenGL, DirectX 11, not Vulkan. So with these graphics APIs, I created simple games. I'm not really expert on graphics APIs, so maybe there are still things I don't fully understanding. But yeah, I've started to understanding like this last few days. So yes, still learning and relearning. So because I'm using WinMain, I don't have the console like this one, so I have to call this alloc console function and this thing so that I could use the console, and I just factored this into some function or class. This is still experimental. And next I have window class. It would just create this class by like show window and update window. And I've got and this is the process message function, which just processes some kind of events, like when I press the close button. I'm not able to handle these events. It's currently just I have this class to make window and process stuff. By the way, I handle arrow keys in here, where I could handle in window function like here, but I'm not really sure. I'm just handling here at the moment. When I press the arrow keys to move the camera. Yeah, like again, so these are all like still experimental. And next, this is like the biggest one, the renderer class. I pass the handle for the window when I initialize the renderer, and I call init function, which would just create device and swap chain and all these preparation to so that I could render stuff like depth, stencil state, depth buffer, render target. These are all inside this function. So I don't know, I'm not really sure if this is the right way to do it. I've done small refactorization, but yeah, in load shaders, and I create constant buffer here, and this is the projection matrix I initialized here, and I have the camera class. This is the position of the camera and where it is looking, the up vector, and this is when this will be triggered when I press the arrow keys, and I use this function here just before passing to the shader, I think. Anyway, I passed this to the constant buffer, yeah. So I've got a constant buffer where I passed word and view and projection matrix and color of each meshes, and I passed this to vertex buffer and vertex shader, I think, and I set the constant buffers here, and I've got mesh class, which has render class, render function. Each mesh contains vertex and index buffer, and so here I call member function render of the mesh class, which would set the vertex buffer and index buffer and set primitive topology and using indexes to draw the meshes. Yeah, so this function is called inside the main function when I create these meshes. So this is the floor mesh, and this is the agent mesh. I think this mesh class should be inside like entity class, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I don't have entity class yet, so I pass vertices and indices, which is declared in this file. I don't know if this is also the right way to go about. So this is the vertices for the floor, and this is the indices, vertices for the cube. So I create these meshes and I pass a vector of these meshes to begin frame function of the renderer class. So this is where all the magic happens. I clear the background and also the depth stencil view. You know, what is just preparation, and I bind shader and vertex buffer, I guess, and set the shader. And I set the world matrix here. For the floor, this is just identity. And because the cube is rotating, I change the angle in each for loop, or I mean in each frame. And this is the color I pass to the constant buffer, which will be passed to the vertex shader. This is the constant buffer passed from, I guess, CPU, I mean here. And this is passed to this vertex buffer and vertex shader. And this color is passed to the pixel shader. So I use this. Before I was trying to render different colors for each mesh, but because the byte width, I was setting this to DirectX matrix. It wasn't working, but I changed to size of this struct. It's now it's working. So yeah, I just loop through size of meshes passed to this function. In this case, I've got floor and cube, so only 2 meshes, so loop through 2 times. So I just render, so I just render these 2 meshes, and I just reapply input layer just in case. Yeah, I'm still like I think I kind of know what's going on, but if I were to explain everything, maybe it's, yeah, pretty hard. But so I guess it's, what I was trying to, so I just wanted to show you guys, I was working on the transformer model. I actually done up to implementing, I implemented the decoder. So all the forward propagation part, like all the components in the transformer diagram is done. And I was working on, like, when making inference or predicting, when this model is, so I was working on this predict function, and it seems like when the transformer predict when the transformer is used on inference, like they behave different, and so I haven't done this, and I also have to do backpropagation, but I don't know, somehow it got me thinking, maybe because I was working on transformer, transformer is just a model just predict next tokens. I don't know, it just got me thinking, is this enough for the future AI, like just predicting next tokens? So I don't know, I started thinking maybe I need some simulation for AI. I don't know, even if the tokens you are predicting is multimodal, meaning source of inputs are various type, like audio, text, images, videos, sound, yeah, like this one. Like I'm just trying to predict next text tokens, and this one is next multimodal tokens. I don't know if this is the future of the AI, so like I don't really know if just predicting token is the best way to achieve best AI. So yeah, I guess this is it for today's video, and like I said in the past, I don't think I'm gonna upload or make video about explaining one of the topic from the AI like I used to do. Rather, I'm just gonna keep posting about what I've done in the previous days or past week. So yeah, so this is what I've been working on, and yeah, maybe next I'm gonna work on implementing reinforcement learning, which I use this model to move this cube based on like current status and so on. Anyway, yeah, I think this is it for today's video. Thanks.